me to share with you excerpts of an interview I did with a British journalist in terms of what went into the making of CSAC as a climate smart agriculture compliant tool and marketing protocol. He was very interested in finding out what were some of the unique amalgam of skills, experiences, and expertise that went into developing something like CSAC. So we talked about intellectual property, climate smart agriculture, marketing and branding, foresighting, climate justice and just transitions, NGO development, and collective management. So here goes. These are some of the excerpts of that interview. Now, I was fortunate to be a member of the cabinet-appointed committee that wrote the intellectual property policy for Trinidad and Tobago back in about 2003, 2004. And I followed that up by being the World Intellectual Property Organization consultant that developed the intellectual property strategy for Trinidad and Tobago. With respect to climate smart agriculture, and we were able to take a look at the Caribbean's response to climate change, and I dealt specifically with the agricultural sector, and we were able to launch the very first adaptation and mitigation regional conference, which dealt with the two most important sectors at the time, given our range of interest, which was the water and the agricultural sectors. So my involvement with climate smart agriculture goes back to that era. In terms of marketing and branding, so that my involvement with fair trade goes back to that seminar meeting at Crystal Heights Guest House, where we made that decision to go the way of fair trade, and that is what launched the fair trade era. So in terms of marketing and branding and understanding what the importance of a social premium, that would be the genesis for my development of this climate premium. With respect to foresighting, I was the head of the sector organization that dealt with foresighting for the biotechnology industry in Trinidad and Tobago, which is a NIHRS organized series of events where we attempted to get a foresighting roadmap for Trinidad and Tobago with respect to biotechnology. I followed that up by being the regional facilitator for the biotechnology foresighting roadmap, which was a regional initiative spearheaded by the Scientific Research Council out in Jamaica, and we were able to develop a roadmap for biotechnology development within CARIFORUM. With respect to climate justice and just transition, I was the Caribbean representative at COP17 in Durban. I was the lone Caribbean representative looking at how we are going to get agriculture mainstreamed in the COP negotiations. And in this, I was part of a team headed by Fan Rapana, so that my involvement with climate justice started, I suppose, a little before that. And in terms of just transition, we as a Caribbean community, we're looking at how do we come about with a just transition? How do we encourage and assist the farming population to make this transition in a just way, where just is an adjective and not an adverb? In terms of NGO development, apart from being the advisor to a number of civil society organizations across the region, I was assigned the duty of developing the 14 core courses for the most recent associate degree program organized by the T.A. Marisha Community College here in Grenada. And we graduated our first cohort back in 2023 of this associate degree program entitled sustainable community development practice for civil society organizations. Of collective management, which is going to be a key aspect of the CSAC labeling organization. I was the president of the Trinidad and Tobago Reprographic Rights Organization and led them to their first successful licensing agreement with a government ministry, the Ministry of Legal Affairs, so that in terms of managing a collective management agency with some experience in that, all of this is to say that these are some of the 7 or so skills, series of experience and expertise that would have gone into the formulation of CSAC. And this is what is now going to be germane in my rolling out of the CSAC labeling organization. And we work with PISLM